Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. And on this playthrough of our quest to get 40 Fixonium fuel rods per minute. Now, there's probably some saw in the background. I have been doing a lot of work. It's been a long time since I posted for this. And there's a reason for that. It didn't get the attention that I thought it was going to get. So I kept playing. And I got up to 40 Fixonium fuel rods per minute. I have the save file. It's insane. But I hated it. I didn't like it. The grid system, the highway I had, it was after doing a highway on so many playthroughs and doing one on the coal playthrough, I was like, I got burnt out of doing it. And then it just went to nothing but drones, and nothing but drones suck. I did have a train, like 10 cars long, feeding the nuclear power plant system. But I want to do this completely differently now, and I kind of spread stuff out. So, I was on Satisfactory Calculator, and I got the Global Train Network mega print and put it into the save. And then I spent another 3 days deleting everything of mine. But this train track goes everywhere. Everywhere. That's how I have so much revealed. I'm putting towers up on the rail, revealing. It goes all over here. It goes to the swamp. It goes everywhere. There's train stations, not by me, randomly put around. So I set things up to put it where it was. So I have nitrogen gas coming in instead of that corkscrew thing I had in the middle. Nitrogen gas coming in. I have quartz coming in. So nothing's new, but everything's different, if that makes sense. I rotated this building just because. I actually did delete the building and then I rebuilt it. But yeah, I didn't like where the playthrough was. So now I like where this playthrough is at this point. I like pretty much everything. The blueprint author does have some crazy things. That's power storage. A lot of corkscrews everywhere. We'll eventually see it all in time. But yeah. Kudos to the global train network, or global rail network. Beautiful blueprint, or mega print. But that's not the focus of today's episode. I want to try to, instead of just spamming that huge blueprint that gives me half a nuclear pasta a minute, I want to do it on my own. I'm actually going to do it on my own now. And having good infrastructure makes the world of difference. Like, I had terrible infrastructure. And it was painful. That it was such a pain. There is some of my stuff left around. I integrated it into what is here. You'll see roundabouts and stuff from me. But for what we're going for today, and what I'm going to need a lot of in the future for nuclear pasta and for the plutonium, pressure conversion cubes. Now, so you need them for the plutonium fuel unit. So, and nuclear pasta. So this is the one. This is the recipe: fused modular frames and radio control units. The fused modular frames require heavy modular frames. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to, conveniently right here, I'm going to use the blueprint I have for heavy modular frames, which requires iron and limestone. Both are right here. We got 3 pure. We got a pure there and a pure there. Pure copper if we need it, but I will have the infrastructure set up I could come right off this train, right off of this track right here, and bring it in for pickup, or even just put a station right off of here for pickup. But this is the plan for today. So I'm actually just gonna make a nice flat. We could do fused here because nitrogen gas is literally right there. So I'm gonna use both those limestones and two of the 3 pier nodes to make heavy modular frames and see how much frames we have to craft after that. A couple things I added. Since it went to out of early access, the Hover Pack Ultimate. I can fly every day. I can fly everywhere pretty much. That's what I wanted. Instead of me just using the standard hover pack, and yes, the train network everywhere kind of made it the same thing with what I have, but this is a little faster and a little bit more enjoyable to use because of that fact. Trying to see it. I know there's 2 there. I'll get the 3rd one's down here. There it is. And the limestone should be there. I missed the tree, apparently, but the limestone is right there. Yeah, it's right there. And there should be another one. Over here? Question mark? Other side. Oh. Honestly, I there's still nodes I'm finding that I've never used. Alright, so there's our targets. We're going to leave this one over here for expansion. Like I said, I want to put stuff on the top here. Made some more blueprints myself when we got to them. But the other mod that I put on, Infinite Zoop. It used to be click and you would go 10. But this, I can do squares. And I can expand it if I want it. It's research in the MAM. I can actually expand it to do more. But I know people make blueprints of 5x5s and 6x6s and stuff and just spam the blueprints, but this is a little easier, I feel. I gotta get rid of some of these trees. Okay. And I'll tweak it and fill it in with like frame and the C-4 in time. Let's see, we need heavy modular frames. And I need industrial beams out the wazoo. Not fun. That your depot is fast, but may not keep up. Let's see. Both limestones are over there, so I think I'm going to do orientation this way. Take it a little bit away from the edge there. Back one kind of puts it in the middle though. Well, the square is perfectly... Maybe I should go by that and not by the actual building. But even there, it's halfway through. Oh well. Same blueprint I've used other playthroughs and what I have currently over there supplying my dimensional depot, which is fine. I don't mind having one of these supplying it. Summer Sloop, these things produce like 5.63, but as it sits, you need 192, well, 200, we'll just say 200 lime, so that's 6 buildings out of a single pier node. I'm thinking ahead for 1200. I'm just going to put an overflow system in. So we got 6 per that's 12. Holy crap, I can make 12 of these things. Iron? What, 480? Yeah, I can get 2.5. That's disappointing. 2.5 out of those. Out of a single pure. Ouch. Yeah, if we do 1200 divided by, which is 193, that's 6. I don't even need a pure limestone. I could do it with a normal. So I can make 4 of these. With the limestone that's down there, I can make 4. And be fully capped. And that'd be 5.63 times 4. That'll give me 22. 22 and a half. Okay. 22 and a half. I'll fix the wires once I build this. That goes up and feeds the sulfur. Alright, I'm gonna need to go stock up on encased industrial beams. I do have water, well, next to the ocean also. Water if we need it. I know there's a single limestone and, well, there's one of each down here. That is a normal. And is this a pure? We might change. I might leave that pad and we'll have that pad as the fused modular frames because nitrogen is right up on the hill. Yeah, there's nitrogen right up here and it's 100% pure. Every node is pure. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to have the infrastructure though. I don't know if the infrastructure's there. That is a lot of bad. Yeah, that is quite a lot of bad. Don't know if the infrastructure's there. I'm gonna leave that pad there. Great thing about Satisfactory, changing your mind every 10 minutes. Well, I'd rather change it now, and then build that entire setup, and then off camera build this over here. I'd rather just build it. So that's a pure, and that's a normal. That's pretty much what we need, so we're not overkilling it. So that'd be 4. Yeah, I can build 8 over there, but that is going to be so busy with 8. Yeah, let's make a pad here. instead. Put it way up in the air, not interfere with water, if I'm going to use the water at all. Yeah, we'll go in. We'll start in a little bit. And with it being almost level, I might be able to sneak a train track right on top. Like right across the top of the buildings. That might actually look pretty damn cool. But we gotta go get some encased industrial beams. Stutter, stutter, while you're building. But yeah, there's a train station there for the water vein, like the water right there, I guess, if you need it. Like instead of I had a quartz thing in here, changed that. I piped it over with some of my new blueprints that I have. This is just gathering copper, and pretty much that's train station is going to be used. Well, one of many for the copper powder for the nuclear pasta, because you need a metric ton of that. And where am I going? Over here. Hey, yeah, see, there's still some infrastructure I need to eradicate here. Like, this stuff goes everywhere. Really nice. I end up moving my power plant down there. We'll showcase that eventually. I did have it along the coast for nitro fuel. Changed my mind. It's still nitro fuel, but it's just a single one blueprint that I got off of the website. So, which I don't mind doing that because they use the mods and the glitches to get everything all real nice and tight and compact. Instead of me having, I don't know, a whole planet full of fuel gens, I just have a tiny little building, which I'm not that against. If it's gonna lower lag, it may be laggy at that one point, but are you guys chugging along here, or what are you doing here? What do you mean? You're not even getting steel pipe. I gotta redo this whole setup too. This setup's horrible. Okay, there you go. That's is what it is there. Yeah, that setup is... It's stuff like that I still gotta do. And apparently I need a lot of encased industrial beams for the dimensional depot. Put a couple of the miner blueprints over top of miners, just because. Why not? Just flying around checking out the train track and... Alright. Back here. It's weird you can only hold 500 in a dimensional depot. That seems very, very underwhelming for how much you need them. Now, I could have them touching like that, but I think we're gonna put a little gap. We could probably... No, it's overflow. I'm gonna need a bigger gap than that. Yeah, I'm gonna need quite a big gap so I can get the overflow out of there. In the doors. That's fine. Missing 6 more resources. No. It's just the iron rod that needs stuff. Bring it together a little bit more. There we go. Now that's gonna... Okay, so we just need more freaking encased sheets. There we go. If I have enough in my dimensional depot. Alright, so we're gonna need to do some forest trimming. Are you both dead, or did you run into the corner? Thank you. In case anybody ever plays this, if you come down through that waterfall, it's a good place to get mushrooms, a yellow slug, and a Deep Rock Galactic cassette for the radio player you can purchase. There shouldn't, air quotes, be any bugs in here also. And you can actually put a water extractor in there if you really need to. I don't see why, because you have this, but I digress. Okay, yeah, the iron rods are really suffering, so we're gonna move on to more infrastructure here. So we need that. We'll do 2 up. What do you borrow a 3rd one? Now the blueprint I have is just I encased 2 walls with belts. The reason why I did this, it's not made with actual frames. It's so there's no like cross beams going over it. Just made out of frame walls and frame floors. But if we put that there, go to auto connect, flip that to blue. All I gotta do is double click and it builds it. Automatically connects the 2 with this little gap. I have it for... It's not a dual. Well, this one's a dual. I have a dual one for piping, and then I have this little single guy if I need to. But like here, I will put a single here, and I will connect for the limestone. I mean for the iron. It's a little finicky sometimes dealing with the small ones. And I know the other thing I need is over here, which I probably could do double and just have that shoot across the... Yeah, but I will have that shoot over by itself. Yeah, we're just gonna do another double. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. You can't be too far away, or the auto connect will not work. Two foundations. pretty much. After that, it won't connect anymore. And we can actually change the orientation of this to over here. Not gonna put a building around it. I do that quite often. I don't want to for right now. So now, I'll flip to the single. Flip that around. Nudge it. And see it auto connects it already. I'll put that right in the middle. Bump it up. Now, it may not be the style, but we're going to leave that go for right now. And that should put us right where we need to go. Almost scaringly right where we need to go. Hello. Oh. Hello, little fella. Catch. The tree caught it. Hold on, let me try again. Thank you. So we're gonna crank you up to 600. Well, that's not right. Actually, I kind of like that better. Up with the straight mode. Connect. And we are golden. And now, with the... I can string the power line along. Even put lights. If I wanted to get that fancy. Let me get another straight one here. That'll work. Like this. Perfect. No argument for me. Now, this is going to be severely not doing its job, because we don't have Mark 6 belts yet. That is fine. That is fine. Alright, so this is limestone. That is limestone, iron. So, no. There we go. Oh, that wasn't on the belt. I was just... Now that's on the belt. We're gonna do straightforward overflow, and this should be iron ore. Iron ore. I think I'm gonna put another just to kick at that little extra. So we are gonna need this. That there. Copy and paste. Now, can I... Actually, they're all going to be the same. That actually kind of lines up perfectly. But I did want it an overflow system. So we are going to do that. Paste. Okay. Rather not be a cattywampus. I can have the train slow down in between. Millions of possibilities. Let's put this above. Alright, I need to go a few more clicks. That should do it. Yeah. I think, yeah, I prefer that more. No, I don't want you to auto... Don't need you to auto-connect right now. Do need you to be lined up. That worked. And how many did I go back? Okay, the very next one. That goes there. That goes there. And that is the limestone. It's gonna feed that, then that, then that, then that. Alright, I mean, keep calling it limestone. The iron ore. Iron ore is done. And now we need the limestone. Which should be the same. Except we're going to do lime and then overflow. Now this one thought I was hearing something. That was kind of weird. Yeah, that'll work. Might be the dimensional depot I'm hearing. I don't know, but it's freaking me out. Let me guess, that's a standard splitter. Okay, and then I put the other one past. Don't think I pasted this one. Paste. There we go. And that's that. She's done. And I have the infrastructure here. I can turn it or go up and stack another one if I want to. Oh yeah. Now we need to hook all this together. Yeah, the power sign up in the middle. Pass. We are going to put this side pole. Alright, it's all connected. Now, really cool thing about this, one of the many cool things, it has your power grid, which I never thought to do. It's the belt, which you could run a belt if you want. So you can actually run, well, definitely not far enough, but it's there. But they put little nubs on it for your power grid, which is like really freaking cool. But you can also go right out of the center antenna, well, antenna, pole, and just bring it on down. And that's that. We are going to need some Summers loops. Because, why is it? I want to actually Summers loop this. Ooh, that hurts. That freaking hurts. 4 each. Ow. Here comes the limestone. So that's gonna start doing that. Sloopable. Yes. Yes, you are. But now I gotta get all this stuff into one basket. Oh boy. I think that's here. Yeah. Maybe. That's centered? No, definitely not. Now it is. Now what does it look like if I do that? Or what does it look like if I do it this way? Ooh, I kind of like that. Output, output. Kind of weird that stuff's like stupidly close to one another. But I will manage. Again, this is not going to work very well. Not very well indeed. Which will need 480. 1200 divided by 480. Oh, I thought it was 4.5. It's only 2. I would need a whole nother limestone. I could bring these over. I could. That is a little bit of belt work, though. That does. Wow, my inventory is shot. That is 1200. It's already in a truck depot. Come up here. Come up here. I need to borrow this. Oh boy.
The void arms and void metals and desecrated temples follow a mythic melody.
Oh, you understand.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar patterns. Your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and the ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void shall be a metal grave.
Yeah. Satisfactory and its cryptic messaging. Okay. A little bit of forest trim. Looking good, looking good. Now, I hooked right on that. No problem. Now it's just like, oh, hey, you want... Oh, wait, yeah. My genius knows no bounds. There we go. And I'll put pillars down in time. Right now, I just need to figure out how I want to do this. Alright, gonna need you gone. I'm actually going to get rid of this battle plan here. We're gonna do this. Do it all one fell swoop. Invert corner up. Actually, corner. I guess that could work. Yeah, I guess that could work. We're gonna unload. And some power lines. And here, I wonder if this would be enough. Okay, so that's not enough. I can just put some beams and we're good. I'll run it down the other side. But the thing is, for fuel, yes, there's coal over there. Do I really need to run coal all the way over here now? Just to power this factory? Just to power the car here? There's a transport car mod that makes your vehicles electric. Heavy taxing on your on your power grid, but it's very tempting. Yeah, I got my old infrastructure had fuel going over here, but it didn't. I've been using that word a lot this video. I guess I'm stuck with using coal. It's not what I wanted to do. But it's the safest bet. Yeah, it's the safest bet. Not proud of it. Don't want to do it. Well, I want to make it look more busy. And here we are. Yeah, I'm not going insane-o with the beams. That's what you're getting. 60 per minute. No more. For now, unless I need it. There's no way it can be that fuel demanding. Alright, and you... Yeah, this is how much I'm a fan of this idea. Not. Ooh, wait. Just thought of an idea that might actually make it look decently better. Yeah, that worked out very well. Tractor. YOLO. We're just gonna go. You gotta have trucks. It makes the world feel more alive when there's trucks instead of just having trains dominating your planet. And there will be plenty of drones later. That's pretty much what rules my SAM nodes is drones. Because they're so spaced apart. I've done the SAM trains. They're pain in the ass. Super pain in the ass. We started with 60. We used 10 so far, coal, and the fuel. A short journey. This thing should keep up with 1200 per minute. Slow down, don't mess this up. Alright, I gotta put some ramps there. Boom. Alright, so high paths, enable, go. Yeah, sure. Don't need foliage coming up through my pavement. That'll work. So, I'll decorate it more later. So, that should be getting a little extra limestone. Why do I keep saying iron ore? So that's feeding that. And it's just the... Alright, maybe we shouldn't do... a overflow system. Oh wait, I just realized we're going to be waiting for that iron ore quite a long time. Disconnected the power over here. And we can have it go to this pillar and then straight up to one of the connections. That's pretty cool. Using the lookout tower, and again with the tier 3 nubs and tier 2s, it's pretty good. Alright, that needs to be a 5. There's that, that, and that. Because you're getting 600 shoved at you. You all are Mark 3, correct? Yes. 600 shoved at you. That's on a 780 belt. So good. Cool. I was wondering when I was ever going to use those nodes. And I have my answer. Alright, we're going to put a little extra on the side for right now. I could not have that work out better. Like, that is perfect. And look at all the heavy frames. Yes. Set up another truck depot and have it go right through the woods. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely gonna put, because I know the blender recipe. I don't want to use the standard one, because the standard fuse requires aluminum casings. I don't want to sacrifice more aluminum casings. Aluminum casings, you need copper. Don't want that. So, but the one I want to use is the heat fused. Heavy modular frame, aluminum ingots, which is a lot easier to get. A lot easier. Like, one of those blueprints produced 780, and they're not that hard to satisfy. You need nitric acid and fuel. So we may... So it doesn't need nitrogen. It just needs nitrotic gas, which is water and iron sheets. Iron plates. Yeah, plates. With a little bit of nitrogen. You only need 12. that needs 25. Like here you need 37.5 per minute. Let's see, necrotic. I need 120. Okay. So you need more gas, but I don't know why the iron plates are there. Produce with nitrogen gas reacts with water. So why are you giving it a plate? Logic, I guess. Whatever. But yes, see, yeah, we're gonna need necrotic acid for uranium also. Yeah, we're gonna need it for there too. So if we like triple down on this and just have it ready to go in a big ass train, that's not a bad idea. The fuel is easy, but that's easy, especially with the diluted fuel and all that kind of stuff. That's easy. I'm not worried about that. The ingots, again, easy. The amount of scrap and the big smelter bays I have, not a problem. Not a problem. We need logistics. We need this. I want to know what we're doing. We already have almost 100. Cuckoo. Up. Yep. There comes the iron ore. So that means this other two are going to fire online. Yes. Yes. I guess we can flip the limestone to just like I did with the iron. Just have it separate itself accordingly. Could have just had a conveyor splitter then, but hey, if something else ever happens that gets on the belt, at least I know it will jam itself solid, so can't complain about that. Not at all. I can even extend this a little bit. Make it look all cuckoo. Hell yeah. That one's higher. We'll fix it. Not enough for now. But yeah, that I'll definitely support underneath. 6, 1, 0. I guess we'll have to wait till it gets fully up and running. Because even this first one is struggling for encased beams. Always struggling for the encased beam. And struggling for pipes. And yada yada yada. I guess we're gonna have to let it run. Just gotta let it run. See what happens. But yeah, I thank you all so much for watching. That's gonna be it for this episode. We got the heavy modular frames done. I think next might double this, might not. This, for this location, this is probably going to be it. I'm just going to mathematically see what I'm producing here. I am going to have to, I'm also going to have to summer sloop these other ones. Alright, did I do them all? I did do them all. Alright, cool. Never mind. So we are making 5... What was it, 5.36 or 6.3? 5.36 times 4. 21.4. So I'm going to have to plug that into the fuse modular frame bender, in the blender, and see what else I need in order to utilize that number efficiency. Like, try to just go do for a flat 21 and see how that works. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Let's see if I can actually do this here. What is it, photo mode? Yeah, there it is. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Later. I don't know. There we go. We'll do that.